Hi, I've very much appreciated being involved with this SOUQ event because I think it's one of the issues that is really exercising us all over the world is how to deal with urban distress of particular populations, the young people, the indigenous people, the homeless people, and also displaced people from both migrant, refugee and asylum seeking backgrounds. So I think it's very critical that we deal with it now. It's all happening as we speak in all our countries. We're all exercised by it and we need to do something about it practically. And this is what I addressed, which were what are some of the practical solutions that both look at how those characteristics are similar between a lot of those populations in the urban setting, but also in our most remote communities. And in Australia, we have some very remote communities that are mainly Aboriginal population is the majority population in those little settlements. And services are poor, just as they are in some of the most urban settings for people who are disaffiliated or marginalised, like people who are homeless, like young people who are at a loose end. So this is what I addressed, but also the issue of how we need to bring together services that in a way that's relevant to them. If it's for young people, then it's got to be youth friendly. If it's for Indigenous people, it has to be friendly for that population. If it's for refugees, they must feel that they are meeting people who are similar to them in some way and who understand what they've been going through. And then you need to form one-stop shops where people are given both their mental health services, their physical health services, their social services and social security and anything else they need to get work, to find a roof over their head, all from the one place. And it needs to be in places where they mingle. For young people, it's mainly where the cinemas are, sometimes where bowling alleys are in some places or skating rinks or whatever. For Indigenous people, again, they need to have their own health centres that pull those things together, and usually in remote sites, but sometimes in urban sites as well. And again, for refugee populations, we need that. And we also need assertive teams that will go out to people because they need to go and engage them out in the community and keep them engaged. And we talked a lot here about the subjectivity. Well, subjectivity is important, but you need to know how to handle it. You need to know to be skilled in how to handle crises and then also how to handle people processing the trauma that's happened to them. So we need professionals as well as we need peer support workers, but professionals who know how to do the counselling and the psychotherapy and keep people engaged as long as they need the services.